What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Msss Anomalies channel. Okay, guys, as promised, I've been trying to do this Comet 67P for quite a while. In fact, I talked to a gentleman there. He goes by Forbidden Knowledge. I was actually had these pictures on my computer, back burner, not doing anything with them. He comes along, shows me a couple pictures. Hey, Chris, what do you think of these? And I'm going to show you those in a minute. He actually said, hey, I hope you can check this out because I'm telling you, there's huge lies going on. I hope people start to turn around and start to see this thing. And he's not kidding. I mean, it's astonishing just how much this stuff, how much they're going out of their way to hide. So let me see something here. This was his channel here. Now, he only has a couple videos on here, and I was puzzled. I'm going, why only 2 videos? But what he said was, yeah, I really don't do a lot of my work there on Facebook, but I do have a page called forbiddenknowledge.tv, which is right here. Now, guys, if you like everything from A to Z, which I do, good example, The Secrets Hidden in the Pyramids of Egypt. That's pretty cool stuff, because if you guys, if you've been following along in a lot of these videos, it comes out with things like the Pyramids of Giza, the largest pyramid. They think that was some kind of weird power source. Now, some people may go, well, that's BS. Well, I don't know. If you look up the Baghdad battery, stuff like that, if they had batteries back 2, 3, 5,000 years ago, it doesn't seem too far-fetched. Now, although the battery, they believe they were using that for electroplating, meaning melting small amounts of gold to do their jewelry, it doesn't matter. The point is they had a battery back then. So it's just, so people go, wow, we got new technology. Look at the batteries we got. Well, not if it was, 2 to 5,000 years ago, whatever it was. So pretty interesting video there, and it's got. I've spent like a couple hours on the site, not even trying, and it's just got a lot of things. Look at this on the right here: digital physics, M theory. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, look at this: quantum physics. It just goes. I mean, it's everything from A to Z. Whether it's science, ancient technology, ancient stuff, the ancient cosmic war, 2014. I mean, this is just a cool site. So, guys, get on there, watch a couple of these videos. I think you'll like them. You can see where a lot of people have been, look, 100% thumbs up. 100%, look at this. Almost 2,000, 1,900 people watch this one. 1,100. Some less, that doesn't matter. 566. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, but a lot of these videos are pretty cool. Like I said, I got on here, and I spent a couple hours not even trying. And I haven't even started to watch some of these videos, so, or at least a lot of them. So go on there and just go on there and show some love on there. He's done it for me, and I'll be honest with you, he's done that for me. He says, I'll throw some, some subscribers your way, and I appreciate that. So a big thank you to him, and he's done this in the past for me. And of course, this was about a month and a half ago. It's somewhere around there. I know I've been trying to get to this video and haven't, but anyway. So and I'm the first one to say, look, you know what? I'll be more than happy to reciprocate any site that's trying to show either. Trying to get to the truth. Even if you don't believe it's truth, it doesn't matter. It's like what we do here on my channel and other channels here that are doing the same thing about Mars. You may not always agree, but it's something that's thought-provoking. It makes you want to really get in and study these pictures. That's what it's all about to me. So any site that does that, like Will's What's Up in the Sky 37.com, check his site. Same thing. I mean, you can go up there, and in fact, you can upload videos to this one as well, photos as well as videos. Check it out. Pretty cool site. I've been on there myself and really enjoyed watching a lot of the videos here. So check it out. Throw some love up there. But anyway, so he gets on there and he shows me. But before I show you these pictures, let me do this just so you guys will understand. This is from U.S. Universe Today. Stunning images from the Rosetta, which is the actual satellite. Close-up view of Comet 67. Okay. And it's saying, oh, look what they arrived, which was on right there, August 6th. So you're only talking a couple months ago. So anyway, it goes on and on. This is like the video showing the actual spacecraft approaching this. And you'll see it like it just kind of dips down here because this thing's supposed to just fly around and do an orbit around here. And then, of course, it's going to do a couple orbit correction maneuvers where it's going to get in tighter to this. Later on, I think it's in next month, it's supposed to drop the actual the satellite there, the Philae, I think it's called. Well, let me see if it shows right here. Yeah, I believe it's the Philae. Now, you can see where it's right here. It's piggyback on the actual Rosetta satellite. So once it gets launched, I think they've already found a spot for this thing because it's in November. They're supposed to put this thing on. It's a three-legged lander, and you can see where it says absorb kinetic energy to reduce risk of bouncing. can rotate or tilt to return land into upright position. So it has automatic leveling. That would be my assumption. And it's going to actually harpoon itself an anchor probe to the ground. And then, of course, the sensors measure density and thermal properties of the surface. And so it's got this drill right here. It says, can go into 20 centimeters into the surface, samples deposited in the oven. So it's basically like a laboratory, kind of like with our Curiosity, our MSL is. The Curiosity, it's got its own laboratory. So this is no different. Experiments will be X-ray spectrometer, measures elemental composition of comet's surface, radio waves, probe internal structure of nucleus, 6 micro cameras take panoramic pictures. So this thing is pretty wild. The both of them combined is really going to basically crawl up this thing's rear end, so to speak. But I have a problem with it. I think it's not a rock. I think it's completely fake. And I'm going to show you that right now. Now, we were going back and forth, and this is just a couple pictures that he showed me, but I showed him this one first, and I said, what do you think of this? Showed him that, and I said, look at this area right here. Now, it doesn't look like all that much. I said, see this right here? And you can see 1, 2, 3. It looks like there's a couple things sitting on the surface. Like, look at 1, 2 sitting on the side of each other. There's something square right here with a round circle. Something very tall with a shadow. And I'm saying, maybe not too much. But let me do this. Let me really go dark on this thing and see what happens. Well, now it looks like it's a little bit more defined. And you can see, look, we'll come over here to here. This large item, it's darker, but you can see the shadow around it. There's 1, 2, 3, and it looked like they really try to blur that thing out. But it looks like 1, 2, 3. Looks like a bunch of structures or something. And you can see where, you can actually look right here. Look, you can see like stuff that's faded underneath this blotching out. And if it doesn't look like blotching out right now, it will. Check this out, too. I thought this was pretty wild. You can see something very long coming out right over here, and then it stops, and then it looks like there's a shadow, and it ends right there. See that? Now, that may be just trickery of the eye, and I'm okay with that, but this is what he sends me. He says, Chris, you've got to check this picture out. This is wild. And he's right. This looks like some kind of opening or cave right here. Okay, and there's something right in the mouth of this thing on the right-hand side. But what intrigued me was a couple things. One, it's got this straight piece here, but on the other side, it has what looks like almost like a the teeth of a saw blade right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there. It's kind of just going like this here. Now, it also has something else that goes like this and goes back down. And then right there, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's been blurred out. Look at that. What the hell does that? Well, we already know it. It's not what, it's who. And I didn't notice a couple other things. I'm going to show you these things that they really do. Oh, my God. As far as the contrasting, it's amazing what they do to this. Because I'm looking over here and I'm going, what the heck is that? There's something straight right there. And it has this 90-degree angle. It's nice and squared off right there. They're hiding something on this rock. And it's not just something. There's many things they're hiding on this rock. And I'm going to show you that right now. So what I do is I docked it, I really darkened this picture up. And it's pretty cool. Watch this. Okay. Let me zoom into this because this is what he showed me, and then this is what he circled. Then I circled these after. Look at this right here. After I really went and just darkened up this picture, it looks like this squared off area. It looks like some kind of symbol or something at the top of this cave. And you can see that now with that tooth, or it looks like teeth kind of shape or detail, so to speak, right here. And you can see where that blurring out is right there, this blatant blurring. So... And then I looked at, here's that part I was telling you about. Look at this. Comes from the surface, boom, straight up to this one. There's something in here, and of course you can't pull it out because it's been manipulated and obfuscated. But, and the reason why I did this too is you could see what looks like different lines and 90-degree angles just kind of faded underneath this manipulation. Now, you may not see all of that, but that's okay. You're going to see some other strange stuff in this because this is just crazy. So, thanks to him for giving me these pictures. If there's a couple others, because I may be doing another one on this, because between the fillet, the actual lander being there now, well, it's going to be there in November, and drilling and all kinds of other stuff, we're going to see pictures from that. So, we'll see what happens with that particular thing. But, anyway, so I jumped into here. This is the picture I've got, because if you go to here, now this is obviously the satellite. This is the picture I'm focusing on. And you can see right here, close-up detail of the Comet 67. The image was taken by Rosetta's Osiris, which is basically a camera, narrow-angle camera, and downloaded today, 6th of August. The image shows that the comet head, which is right here on the left, at the left of the frame, which is casting shadow right here on the neck, on the neck and body to the right. Okay, the image was taken from a distance of 120 kilometers, and the image resolution is 2.2 meters per second. Oh, per second. I'll be all right, per pixel. And, of course, you've got your credits going to ESA, Rosetta, and all that. This one here, which I just showed you and how I went into it, they actually say that this has been fused together. These two here have been fused, and it was fused at the neck. I want to see if I can... Is it this one here? I think it's... Go back here. No, that's not it. That's going to go back to the actual... You can Google a lot of these pictures. There you go, guys. This is how I jumped into it. Let me go 2 steps, because it's this one and this one. And, okay, so let me go back here. Okay. So, but they actually say this has been fused together. And I'm going, huh. So, okay. We'll add more images as they become available, and this is just the beginning. In the next month, Rosetta will come closer than 10 kilometers to the comet's surface, with one of the main goals to search for an appropriate landing site for the Philae lander. Philae is scheduled to touch down on the surface sometime this fall. Plus, Rosetta will stay close to the he says close to the until. Will stay close to the until the end of 2015. We will have the unique opportunity to witness how the comet's activity forms and changes its surface, says Sierks, whatever you pronounce his name. So pretty cool stuff there. I like that. But they actually say this is fused together. I think this is a bunch of crap. And like I said, I'm going to show you some more crazy things in here. And you guys will get this link here, of course. All right. First thing I thought of when I zoomed into this, I'm saying, why does everything look like there's framing? There's some kind of framing on this thing. I don't know why it looks like that, but check this out. You got to look carefully at this stuff. Right up here has what looks like something coming down right here. Has this oval-shaped piece. Of course, it hides behind here, but goes up like this. Goes back here. See that? Goes around. And then has what looks this cross-section in the middle of it. I'm going, okay, why would that be there on this rock? That's only a touch of it, man. I mean, this thing is insane. Notice how there's a bunch of pixelated area down here. It's not pixelation. Well, it is, but we're going to bring that out too. Check this out. Look at this round circle right here. Okay? There's another one underneath it. Right here. Okay? Now, do you guys... This is kind of funny. I'd seen this and I was just like, whoa. A couple of things, actually. This right here has all been added. This piece of garbage right here has been blocked out. They purposely blocked this out. That's one piece. How about this right here? You're not going to see this right now, but you will in a second. There's something right here that looks like this weird, almost teardrop, if you will, with a docks area, and then all of a sudden it goes boom, and then it stops right there, and then it continues on right here. How long is it? The way this thing video shows us, like this neck is pretty big, but yet why is this joined? And it is actually joined. You're going to see that in a minute. And there's a bunch of stuff in here. Look, you can just see these lines, and you go, well, there's pixelations. And again, this is the reason why I blur pictures. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show different colors, or I shouldn't say different colors, but different shades, so you guys I could try to get this stuff to pop for you guys. Now, let's see. Let's do the first one here. Now, check this out. By bringing this contrast up, you can see what looks like right here, they've actually tried to blotch that out. See that right there? Now, look at these things coming out of... Look at this. Comes up. It looks like it goes over. Goes across. There's another one faintly looks like it goes like this. Comes down and goes down into this. But whatever this is actually parts of it is actually coming out of... Going off this actual piece. See it? So now I'm going, okay, is it just the artifacts of the picture? Heck, we can go with that. Here's that other piece right here I was telling you about. Right here. It comes straight down. Looks like it goes straight down right there and gets hidden behind this, I'm going to say it's manipulation because it clearly doesn't look like rock. Goes across here, goes down, and has this almost cross section right here. Okay? Yeah, this just gets more and more bizarre the more you look at this thing. Check out this nice L-shaped 90-degree angle. In the middle of a rock now, keep in mind. This is just supposed to be two rocks that have been fused together, but look at this, too much lines and just too many things that are here. And again, you're going to see this a little bit clearer, but you can see something right here faintly. Something right here. How about this? This was just goofy in itself. How about this right here on the left-hand side? What is all that? Come on, man. Come on. This is a machine. This is some kind of I'm going to call it a space station, for lack of better words. Looks like there's some weird black dome right here. Let me see what happens when I do this. See this? See how like all pixel it is? But people go, well, why do you blur to clear it up? Well, I blurred to do that. Now it's a lot more smoother. See how it's like all pixelated? Can't bring anything out, but then you adjust some darkness, put some blur into it, suddenly things start to pop. And you can see this. This is not normal. 90-degree angles, different parts. It looks like, I don't even know how to explain that. But you can see very faintly underneath this manipulation, there's different lines, different things stretching out to different areas. Look at this, right here, coming over it. It goes like this and then back in. See this? Oh my God. This thing is crazy. You can see these like different structures or netting, if you will, or framing. I don't even know what that is. Different things right here. Look at 1, 2. You can see things just branching off in different directions. Again, this 90-degree angle. Now, from this, check out this pixelated area, and we're going to sharpen this up. Watch what happens. Well, when I say sharpen, I'm going to try to bring it out. Look at this. Suddenly there's this long area right here. It comes right here. Angles, goes back down all the way into here. Has this other shape right in here. There's 1, 2. They look like structures. And I'm going to bring that out for you a little bit better. And there's like all kinds of something going on in this picture. I don't know what this is. But look at it. All right in here, even though this is kind of like blurred out a little bit. You can see what looks like there's many things on this rock. That's the only way I can say it. Let me go back to 300% because sometimes too close. Now, check this out. Here's that ring I was telling you about. Right here. And it goes all the way around. There's a second one underneath it. See that? Okay. There's a frame right here going like this and back down. Look at all of this stuff laying here. What does this? Boom. 90-degree angle goes over here. Another piece right here. Something comes straight down and goes like this here. Another piece right here. Something round. This thing is loaded with frames. Something. This right here. This is what's crazy. When you look at this area that's been totally blotched away, there looks like there's something here, something here, something here. You can actually have like it has like valleys in between them. Almost looks like the giant square or rectangular things here underneath. And then you can see what looks like valleys in between them. And the shadows actually echo it. See it? So I don't know what that is, but... Okay, see how like this piece here too, I was showing you earlier, it does this. Boom, abruptly stops. Goes across to the other side. Now, I did this here to try to simulate that. To try to bring it out. What I do is I whitened it a little bit and sharpened it to see if we could try to bring it out a little bit. It clearly looks like it's one piece. It really does. And it's just like it's mind-boggling how much they're trying to hide here. And like I said, everything looks like framing. Nothing looks like an actual rock per se. Now, let me go back up to here. All right. Now, what I do is I try to tone everything down, try to make it almost level so it's not super bright and super dark, you know, in comparison. And you can just see what looks like these little frames and all this stuff around. Now, I blurred this up big time. But let me go back to this real quick. Check this out. I don't know how much you can come in before this really starts to distort. But there's something round right here. Goes off, goes into this area. Comes up, goes across, back into it. There's like a couple things sitting here. And look at the way these things branch off. And you're going to see that a little clearer in a second. These things are just branching off, going into every single direction. It looks like framing. That's the only way I can say it. That's really blurry, but I'm trying to convey is the actual smoothness. If you like blur these up a little bit, let me just back out. Right there, and you can see these little things coming off. See, by sharpening, you can see right there, which is fine, and you can still see it when you blur it. But I'm trying to bring out the actual shape so you can see this a little smoother, even though it's blurry, and I get that. But I'm trying to bring out the actual pieces that are running in and out of this. This is everywhere. Look at this. Comes straight down. Like I said, this 90-degree angle coming over here. Look at this pattern in here. Goes up. Nice smooth radius right there. 1, 2. This thing right here has like the surrounding area and has what looks like a disc underneath it. Something right there. See, this looks like this oval area. See that? And this is what's crazy too. If you notice this area here where I said this is all crap, right here you can see what looks like some kind of weird structure, if you will. Comes right here, goes back out, and looks like there's a disc in the middle. See it? And you can see whatever that thing is, what I was telling you earlier, there's something right here. It goes like this. See that? And whatever it is, it's white, but it goes like this, This might be just a shadowing here, but right here, and you can actually see it's circular in the front. Got this nice rounded edge. What the hell does this, guys? Come on now. Right here. Check this out. Right here, faintly you can see this goes off into this manipulation over here. And there's something round right in the middle of it. And you can see these weird lines going off in different directions. What does that? I mean, people might say, well, it's striations of the actual rock itself. I'm not so sure about that. Now when it looks like this stuff's got a purpose. It's like it's put in a certain way. Look at this. It looks like framing. I mean, I don't know what other way to say it. And so now, I'm going to see what I got here. Just sharpen up a little bit. But now you can see this stuff here slightly better. But compared to here, where they really try to just make everything just blotched out with absolutely no depth to it at all. And like I said, look down here. You can just see 1, 2, like something rectangular or square. Things branching off in different areas. We're all right in here. Like I said, it looks like this goes like this. This comes around. Let me see if I can find this picture where it does this again. Right here. Look at this. Right here. It looks like it goes like this. It comes up. Got a corner right here. Goes around. There's another one on the lower than that. And it looks like there's something square sitting underneath that. Again, this is all being mixed up. But you can see things going off in different directions here. Look at this. Going into this. This one coming back down into this. It has this 90-degree angle. Something rectangular, something right here, and something round. I mean, what does this in nature? And why is it on a rock out in the middle of space? I don't know. Look at this. 1, 2. It has these different framing looking pieces, or these. I really don't know what else to call them. And like I said, this thing comes up like this, goes over to here. This goes around, comes around to here. Here's that round ring. You can see it right there. And there's another one secondary underneath that. And this is all over the place. This is not just a simple... Now, what I do is I sharpened in here, and you can see what looks like this. Something was covered up in here. You can see that. See that right there? And, you know, by changing the different tones, now you can see it looks like something's round there. They've tried to hide something in it, and you can clearly see that right here. Now, you notice this mess here became a lot more smoother by bringing this out. See this right here? You can see that now? Something went from this here, pixelations, to all of a sudden looks like something round disc, and then it has this weird area. Something right there too, and then it just goes off into this manipulation. Something is here. There's 1, 2, and it has this I'm going to use the term ground. It has this like building or structure on this ground, and it's all over the place. Look at this. It's all over this thing. This is not just like, ooh, just like one little tiny dot. This is like many things put on this, and it's all over the place. So, like I said, I'm going to try to show you different contrast and different things, but you can clearly see this frames. I encourage everybody to get these pictures. I don't care what pictures it is, but this particular one, and do your own magic to it, because like I said, I know you guys are in this stuff. You guys want to really jump into these pictures and check these things out. There's clearly things in this picture that just, yeah, they're just, it's not, this is not natural rock. That's all there is to it. There's just too many things in there that just have completely straight, 90-degree angles, nice and smooth angles. Things that are coming straight down. Things that have these, again, 90-degree angles with something going over to here. And all of these things down on the base of this. You can see it's just faded out, but it's right there. Nice couple lines right there. All these would look like structures or something right there. This looks like some kind of weird panel. I don't know if you can see that, but it's white right there. Goes over. It looks like it's got a corner right there, but then it's kind of fudged out over here, right here. But it looks like it goes straight across. It almost looks like there's like a cover that actually goes on the outer, like it's an outer layer of this rock. And it was to cover the framing. Now, of course, this is all speculation, of course. We all know that. But is it possible that this was all covered at one time to hide what's really here? And over a course of time, maybe somebody intelligent or some beings, intelligent beings had this, and they died on it or whatever, and it slowly fell apart going through space. Who knows? I mean, I can't tell. Again, here's a little bit better as far as this bottom lower corner. And you can see that a lot better now. I don't care about the whited areas. I'm talking about these now. And you can see this pretty well. Check this out. There's that ring. There's the lower one coming out of the bottom of it. And we got all kinds of what looks like framing and netting and everything else. Now, what this stuff is, to me, it's intelligently made. This is not an asteroid or some kind of comet or whatever the hell they want to call it. It clearly is some kind of craft. It's some kind of station, if you will, space station, or just something that can go in through the, who knows, maybe they built it many thousands of years ago and decided, hey, this is the best way to check out the galaxy. Because think about it, you're just flying through. Once you get momentum up, you can just fly through space. And if this is intelligently made, and of course I use a big if, somehow maybe they got some kind of retro rockets that can actually change its course when they need to, but yet still keep flying through space. I don't know. Of course, this, again, it's all speculation. And this is where I did this part right here, where something right there. Now, this is supposed to be pretty large from this body of it to this head, as they call it. It's supposed to be pretty large. Like, this is supposed to be the neck in between here. But why is this right here and here, and it looks connected? Kind of doesn't make any sense. Or is that at a different angle? This should be turned, and this would be a whole lot longer than it actually looks. I don't know. You guys can give me your take, as always. You guys know that. Look at this. Just look at these fine lines, and they're just under this whited area. And look at it. This stuff is running in every single direction. There's like what looks like some kind of rounded area, and it has a piece coming out of it. Looks like I said, has this surrounding area, and it looks like some kind of weird disc or something sitting in the middle of that. Right here, it looks like it comes up, goes around, goes up, goes around, and has this round piece. There's clearly something in here that they've blocked out. And going from this to this, you can see something now is a lot smoother. And look, you can see right here, it goes up, it comes straight. It looks like it comes out, has this angle down, and then goes like this across and then down. And it has these couple of like structures or something all over the top of this. Now, why do you suppose that looks like that, but when you do this, you know, of course people will blame you. Well, because you're blurring it, you're making things pop. No, not really, because it's either there or it's not. And like I said, I'm just going to go through each step, and you guys can tell me what you think this stuff is. Now, you guys can stop this. You can, you know, take a screenshot of it, inspect it yourself. There's just too many things going on in this thing to believe this is unnatural rocks or two rocks that were fused together. I refuse, no pun intended, to believe that this is just a simple rock just floating out in space. But you guys can give me your take on it. Like I said, this to me, it literally looks like there's all kinds of parts going all in all different directions. You know, right there. And it just looks like there's, I don't know if you want to call them girders, call them what you will. Looks like structures, things laying on the ground. And like I said, there's different, it almost looks like the interior of something, like if you were to build a giant sphere, perfectly round sphere, you got to build a frame, like to a boat. You got to build a frame to it before you can build an outer skin. Well, this is what it kind of looks like. It almost looks like you were seeing the inner skin, and this plate right here, you can just see it right here. It looks like this was supposed to be up on here somewhere, covering this, the inside of this. I don't know. I'm just guessing, of course. But, like I said, guys, give me your take. It simply does not look like a simple couple rocks fused together. I don't buy it. And like I said, this area alone, watch this. Look at the way that looks. If that looks like natural rock, wow. That's a pretty good intelligently made rock. That's all I can tell you. And like I said, you can see this stuff every now and then. Just look around. You can see this stuff just like hiding in here. And little pieces just kind of sticking out here and there, like right here. It comes over, across, down into it, and then back out. It branches out another way. This has all been manipulated out. You can see that. And like I said, this piece here going across to this other one. This piece is in here, going over to here. Yeah, this is, look at this. It's like almost like graduated. See it? Like it goes like this and then down. One above it goes across and then down. And it has these different patterns. I don't know how much perfect that can be going across. Like, again, this area on the left-hand side. And you can look at things that are just underneath this manipulation. Just like you see like these straight pieces, 90-degree angles hidden. I don't know. I like this picture a lot. I really do, because there's a lot going on here. And it's just, it's kind of ironic how they just simply want to, we're going to send a, it seems like anything that looks artificially made, they want to get in this thing. And they want to crawl up its backside. They want to drill it. They want to check out what it's made of. If it's hollow, if it's solid, so on and so forth. And who knows? Maybe they got, you know, when this satellite approached it, maybe they use some kind of thermo camera or something like that to see if there's any life, any propulsion, or any kind of life forms, because it do give off heat if there is. And they probably said, well, there's nothing there. So why don't we just go ahead and just inspect it? Again, pure speculation. But if this is artificially made, well, there's your answer. It's not far-fetched to believe that this very well could be something in here. I'll just pan over this thing. You guys can take a look. And I blurred up big time for a reason, so we can try to bring some of this out. So stuff is not just a giant pixelation. We can get kind of a better idea. But I don't know, guys. Like I said, when I see something like this here and then one below it, yeah, it just doesn't look like it's natural. And, of course, that's only my opinion. But you guys can give me your take. Anyway, thanks to Forbidden Knowledge. Again, I appreciate them bringing that to me because I've been wanting to do this because I've been seeing this. But there'll be another part to this because they have, like I said, the filet lander that's going to go there and it's actually going to take pictures and we'll find out more about what's going on here. So we'll definitely this will be wild to see what comes up next and see what kind of pictures they show. And of course, we know they're not going to be clear. Or they're at least not going to be manipulated in some way, shape, or form. So that'll be something to see. Definitely pretty excited about that. But like I said, anytime, I mean, what would you do if you seen something like that and you took a close-up look at it and went, guys, this features on this rock that just clearly don't look like a simple rock. Well, you're going to want to inspect this. They said it was 10 years ago they started going after this thing. So they probably, I don't remember what the elliptical was on this. But keep in mind, if this thing's going around and it's in our solar system and just coming back around every so often and they just see this thing up close with a telescope, whether it be whatever telescope, I'm not sure if the Kepler or the Hubble can do it, but if it's way out it can. So now if they're seeing some really good structures or something that's on here that looks artificial, of course they're going to want to go check it out. Common sense would tell you that. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Throw me a comment down below. Throw me a thumbs up. Give me your take on it. Am I way off on this? Or does this look like it's intelligently made? Does it look like it's just nothing more than striations of rock and just simple rock formations? Is it, are they absolutely telling the truth? Is that all there is to this thing? Is just a couple meteorite? Is just a couple rocks thrown together, fused together? Give me your take. So anyway, guys, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I hope you enjoyed my last video. That one there is about the just common sense video, and we did away with the Photoshop just to tell these other people who are either A, on the fence, which I'm okay with, or the naysayers, which they basically got blinders on. So check that out if you haven't seen that one, and let me know what you think of that one as well. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Do appreciate it, and I'll see you next pick.